Hey there, welcome. Happy whatever day you're tuning in. My name is Rachel. I'll be guiding you through about 60 minutes of power-ish vinyasa. You're going to need two blocks and a blanket or a towel for practice. And today's focus is all about our hip flexors, so the front of the hips, as well as the adductors, the inner thighs. So we're going to focus on finding balance between creating strength and mobility between both of those areas. We'll also focus a little bit on the shoulders and the upper back, incorporate a little bit of twisting as we build up to two different arm balances, elephant pose, or otherwise known as knee over shoulder pose, as well as 8-angle pose. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our backs in constructive rest. Place your feet on the edges of your mat. Knock your knees together. You may need to lift your butt up, send your tail towards your heels, then place your butt back down. Make your way to your spine. Reach your fingertips towards the ceiling, then cross right arm over left. Release your fingertips to your shoulders or your shoulder blades on your back. And if it feels okay, soften your gaze or close your eyes. And let's start by taking a breath together. Exhale wherever you are. Slowly, to the count of 5, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. To the count of 6, slowly exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Again, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Continue your breath on your own, in through your nose, out through your nose. Extend your fingertips towards the ceiling again. This time, take left arm over right, fingertips to shoulders, other side. And starting to slow the breath down. Starting to establish a cadence to the breath. And allow yourself to get really heavy through your backside body. Feel the earth support your weight. Allow the earth to support your weight. Reach both fingers towards the ceiling. And then release your hands to your front ribs. Toe heel your feet into about hip width distance. The inner thighs are apart now. Bring your right thigh into your chest. Take right hand to right shin. And then take your right knee and open it to a diagonal. So right knee towards right armpit. Your right elbow can hover above the ground. Some of you may be able to rest your elbow on the ground. Hug your left thigh in towards your midline. You can stay right here or come into half happy baby pose. So release your calf away from your hamstrings, the back of your thigh. Grab a hold of your right shin, maybe your ankle, maybe the pinky side edge of your foot. No need to force it. It's early on. You can stay right here, pull your knee down towards the earth. Or extend your left leg long. Flex all 10 toes towards your knees. And then gently wrap your left inner thigh down towards the mat. stay heavy through your shoulder blades on your back. Feel if the back of your left pelvis wants to pull away from the ground. Instead, try and distribute your weight a little more evenly between right and left sides of your pelvis. Take a breath in. Listen, exhale, slide your left foot back in. And then release right foot to the earth. Fingers to ribs. Bring left thigh into your chest. Left hand to left shin. Notice how this feels. Maybe you stay here, or open your left knee at a diagonal, left knee towards left armpit. Hug right thigh in towards your midline. There's a tendency for the right leg to go out laterally to the side. Pull it in. Option to come into half happy baby pose. Ankle over knee. Option to slide that right leg forward. Again, flex your toes. Right inner thigh wraps down towards the earth. Notice if you're shifting all of your weight into the left side of your pelvis. Try and keep it more balanced, more centered, so maybe you don't pull your left knee down towards the ground as much. Breath in. Exhale, slide the right foot back in. Release left foot to the earth. Hands to ribs. Gather both thighs into your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Then open up into full happy baby pose. So knees wider than the ribs, wider than the shoulders. Flex your toes towards your knees. And then bring awareness to your sacrum, the back of your pelvis. There's a tendency for us to peel the sacrum away from the ground so we can capture the edges of the feet. Instead, drop your sacrum, grab your ankles, calves, or even your hamstrings to find that full spinal support. And press your forearms out into your legs and then resist with your legs. Take an inhale to reach through your heels. Exhale, release your knees to your chest. Come up to a tall seat. Find your blanket or your towel. If it isn't already folded into a square like this, you can always pause the video, fold your blanket, come back in. And then once you have your square, you're going to fold it in half again, so you have more of a tamale shape with your blanket. Sit on the edge of your blanket. For this portion, I'm going to face you. You can face the top of your mat, whatever makes sense. Bring the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. Press your feet together. Lift your chest. A couple rounds of breath. Take an inhale. Exhale, Uttanasana Konasana. Take your hands next to your hips. Slide your legs out to a V. It can be as wide or as narrow as it feels good. Inhale to lift your breastbone. Exhale, pull your feet back in, Baddha Konasana. Inhale, Uttanasana Konasana. Exhale, Baddha Konasana. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Take your hands to your outer thighs. Close your legs. Come forward to hands and knees, tabletop. You're welcome to open up your blanket for a little extra padding for your knee joints. When you arrive in your tabletops, try and create equal space between each finger. Ground into your toenails. Then inhale to cow pose. Tilt your pelvis up. Drop your belly open through your chest. Exhale, cat. Send your tail towards the backs of your knees as you round your spine. Release chin to chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last time. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, return to a neutral spine, neutral tabletop. Curl your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take any movement here that feels good. Find stillness. Drive through your fingertips. Pull your ribs in. And then tilt your tailbone towards the sky. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, tiptoe to the top of your mat. Come into a standing forward fold for a few rounds of breath. Your feet can be as wide or as narrow as it feels good. Legs can be, rather, I should say, knees can be as straight, bent or as straight as it feels good. You can stay still. You can incorporate movement. Keep your breath moving, whatever you choose to do. Find stillness if you're not there already. Peek at your toes. Make sure all 10 track forward. Dig down through your heels. And actually, before we start to move, find your blocks and place them lowest height at the halfway point on your mat. Return to your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingers come to shins or thighs. Lift your shoulders so they're in line with your hips. Really engage your spinal extensors, your rector spinae. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Drop your hips, lift your arms. You always have the option to take hands to heart. From the shoulder joint, wrap your palms towards the ceiling. Keep digging down through your heels and then try and pull them apart like you're trying to widen your mat. Breath in. Exhale, frog squat. Toe heel your feet out super wide. Heels in, toes out. Drop your hips. Elbows between inner thighs. So if your heels are really lifted here, bring your butt up higher so it's more aligned with your knees. Take a breath in to broaden through your collarbones. Exhale, bent knee boat pose. Drop down to your butt. Lift your calves parallel to the earth. Hold on to your hamstrings for this first round. Get comfortable, feel stable. Lift up out of your back ribs. You can point or flex your toes. Hug your inner thighs. We're going to add on. Inhale, come into low boat. Get nice and long, nice and low. Feel that your mid and low back are rooted into the mat. Pull your belly button in. Lift your shoulder blades. Take an inhale. Listen. Exhale, reclined crow pose. Here we go. So toes and heels together. Separate your legs, so knees wide, and then forearms to inner thighs. So you really got to lift your shoulders up. Press your forearms out, resist with your thighs. Take a breath in. Lift your shoulder blades higher on your breath out. Now inhale, low boat. Exhale, bent knee boat pose. Listen, find your blocks. Inhale, cross your ankles, drop your legs a bit, slide your blocks next to your hips. Exhale, press down, lift your glutes. Inhale to high plank. Stay here as you exhale. Now, inhale, walk your hands forward. Just one hand forward. Come into your long plank. So we're really tuning in to our interior abdominals to help our arm balances later in class. Pull the front ribs in, firm the thighs, take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. That's our sun A. We put it together in a flow. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, frog squat. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, boat pose. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, reclined crow pose. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, boat pose, pull up. Find your blocks. Inhale, cross your ankles. Exhale, press into your blocks, lift your glutes. Inhale, roll forward, come to high plank. Exhale, long plank. Breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, stay with your breath. Exhale, frog squat. Inhale. Exhale, boat pose. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, reclined crow pose. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, boat pose. Inhale, cross your ankles, hands to blocks. Exhale, lift your butt. Inhale, roll over, come to your plank. Exhale, long plank. Inhale to pull the ribs in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. Again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Moving on to our sun B. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Hold and breathe. Check in on your breath. Starting to build some heat within the body. We had a pretty fiery flow to start. Relax your shins forward so you can sit your hips deeper. Inhale. Exhale, drinking bird. Shift onto the balls of your feet. Lift your heels. Fly your arms back. Palms face in. Palms face one another. Sit your hips low. Relax through your toes. Hug your inner thighs, whether or not they're touching. Lengthen through your ring fingers. Now inhale, chair pose, release your heels. Exhale, drinking bird, lift your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Pause. Inhale, single leg Tadasana, left knee lift. So right heel grounds as you pick your left knee up in line with your hips, arms to the sky. Really drive through your right heel to lift up out of your back body. Take an inhale. Exhale, kick your left heel forward. So straighten that left leg. Left inner thigh to the sky. You can point or flex. And instead of trying to lift your left leg as high as you can see here, my left hip wants to lift way up. Try and keep left hip in line with right. So lift inner thigh to the sky. Full round of breath. Now inhale, high crescent lunge. Land softly on the ball of your left foot. Few rounds of breath to settle in. Soften the front ribs. Hug your outer right hip in. Now, flip your palms forward, make fists. Inhale. Exhale, lap pull. Draw your elbows down in line with the heads of the shoulders. Squeeze that space underneath the armpits that wrap to your mid back. Couple more. Inhale. High crescent. Keep your fists. Exhale, lap pull. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, lap pull. Now inhale, 5-pointed star. Ground your left heel to the mat. Heels in, toes out. Arms to a T. So palms face the earth. Take a breath in to lift your heart a little. Exhale, horse pose with goddess arms. Bend your knees. Pull your elbows into your waist. Palms to the sky. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Straighten your legs. Reach your arms. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. Again, inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Parallel your feet. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. So hinge from your hips. Send your hips back as you pull your heart forward with a long spine on your way down. Hands to your mat, hands to blocks. If this feels really tight through your glutes, through your hamstrings, your calves, your inner thighs. Pull your shoulders out of your ears. Relax your neck. Now inhale, halfway lift your spine. So either hands on blocks or fingertips to the ground. Shoulders out of ears, keep reaching hips back. So inner thighs roll back behind you, breath in. Exhale, low lunge, bend into your right knee. Stay here as you inhale, press into the ball of your left foot. Exhale, standing forward fold, left foot meets right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Right away, exhale, drinking birds, palms face in. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, chair. Exhale, drinking bird. Pause. Inhale, single leg Tadasana, right knee lift. So ground your left heel as you pick your right knee up in line with your hip. Arms up. You're welcome to always take your hands to your hips and check in on your lifted leg, specifically the lifted leg hip. So in this case, your right hip. There's a tendency to pike that hip way up, drop outer hip down so it's aligned with your left. Firm your left glute, specifically where your glutes attach to your hamstrings. Lift up out of the back ribs. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach your right leg forward. You can point or flex. Be mindful of your right hip. Drop it down, inner thigh to the sky. Breath in. Navel the spine on your breath out. Inhale, high crescent. Float it back, step it back. Land on the ball of your right foot. Find your focus, find your balance. Notice if you need to respread your left toes and then ground them back down. Flip your palms forward, make fists. Inhale. Exhale, lat pull. Draw the elbows down, squeeze under the armpits. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Pause. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Turn to the right side of your mat. Heels in, toes out, arms to a T. Breath in to lift your breastbone. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. Drop your hips, squeeze elbows in, so shoulders out of ears. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Parallel your feet. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Take your time. The hinge comes from your hips. Wrap your inner thighs back as you hinge forward with a long spine. Hands to blocks, hands to the earth. You can capture your ankles, your calves. Experiment, play around. Shoulders out of ears. Keep pulling heels apart like you're trying to widen, or in this case, lengthen your mat. Now inhale, halfway lift, hands to blocks or fingers on the earth. Drag your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, low lunge, bend into your left knee. Stay for your breath in. Hug your left hip in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. Stay for your breath in. Lift side ribs. Exhale, forearm plank. Take your time to lower down. Hug tight, hip to hip. Pause in your forearm plank. Check to see that your elbows and wrists are aligned with the heads of your shoulders. Send your tailbone towards your heels. Shoulders out of ears. Breath in. Navel to spine on your breath out. Lower your knees, thighs, belly to the mat, toenails to the mat. Inhale, Sphinx pose. Lift your collarbones up towards your face. Broaden through your chest. Stay strong through your toenails. Inhale. Exhale, forearm plank. Curl your toes. Firm your glutes as you lift your hips. Inhale, come up to high plank. Exhale, dog pose. All right, that's our flow. Here we go. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your space. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Just once. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, single leg, left knee lifts. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, high crescent lunge, make your fists. Exhale, lat pull just once. Inhale, 5-pointed star, heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse goddess arms. Inhale, 5-pointed star, parallel your feet. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Stay for your inhale, hug right hip in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, single leg, right knee lift. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, high crescent, make fists. Exhale, lap pool. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, horse goddess arms. Inhale, star, parallel your feet. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Breath in, suck your right thigh bone into the hip. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Stay for your inhale. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale to Sphinx. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, dog pose. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, single leg, left knee lifts. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, high crescent, make your fists. Exhale, lap pool. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, horse with goddess arms. Inhale, star, parallel your feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Breath in, heart forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, single leg, right knee lifts. Exhale, straighten your leg. Inhale, high crescent, find your fists. Exhale, lap pool. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, horse goddess arms. Inhale, star, feet parallel. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Breath in, drop your hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, high plank. Breath in. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale to Sphinx. Exhale, forearm plank. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, dog pose. Big breath in. Easy breath out. We're going to flow our sun B one more time through with a couple additions. So just listen for the changes. Most importantly, there can be a tendency to feel rushed in the flow to keep up. I urge you to honor your breath. So if you need to move faster or slower than my cueing, by all means, trust that you know where you're going in the flow. Here we go. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or spring to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, single leg Tadasana, left knee lifts. Listen, exhale, eagle pose, Garudasana, stack left thigh on top of right. Bend into your right knee to drop your hips. Your left toes can float. If you're feeling pretty wiggly and wobbly, you can take a block tallest height to rest your left toes on top. You can even go for the full wrap with your left toes around your right calf. If you have the ankle mobility, take your left elbow on top of your right biceps. Cross of your forearms, palms kiss. You can always take hand to opposite shoulder as well. Lean your shoulders back. Sit your hips low. Find your breath. Take an inhale. Soften through the base of your neck as you exhale. Now inhale, single leg Tadasana. Kick that left leg nice and straight. Exhale, full airplane. Hinge your torso forward. Woo. Fly your arms back at your sides. Palms face in today. Palms face one another as opposed to the ground. Lift your pinkies up. Hug your right hip in. Roll left inner thigh to the sky to help drop left hip down. Pull your heart forward. Last two. Micro bend your standing knee. Now inhale, high crescent lunge. Make your fists. Exhale, lat pull. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, horse pose, goddess arms. Inhale, five-pointed. Parallel your feet. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pause. So we're going to add a little twist. You are welcome to incorporate blocks under your hands as the twist gets a little more into the thoracic spine, the upper back. We tend to be a little more stuck there as it's the least mobile part of the spine. So if you're like, ooh, this twist is really tricky, take a block under your hand. That may help. So left hand directly underneath your nose. First, inhale, half lift your spine. Exhale, right arm out and then up. Twist to the right. Pause and breathe. Keep driving through your heels. Gaze wherever is most comfortable for your neck. Take an inhale to reach fingertip to palm. Exhale, release right hand directly underneath your face, whether it's on the ground or on a block. First, inhale, halfway lift your spine, inner thighs back. Exhale, left arm out, and then roll open. You may notice your right and left sides feel a little different. I find that my left shoulder is a little more stuck than my right. Keep pulling heels apart. Navel to spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Last side of our flow. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. You're doing great. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, drinking bird. Inhale, single leg Tadasana, right knee lifts. Exhale, eagle pose, Garudasana, right thigh on top of left. Option to let your right toes float. You can place a block underneath your right toes for extra balance support. Bend into that left knee. Now take right elbow on top of left biceps. Find your eagle arms or your bear hug. Again, you can go for the full bind with your right toes around your left calf. Lots of breath. One point of focus. Inhale. Work your shoulder blades forward as you exhale. Whew. Inhale, single leg Tadasana, straighten your right leg. Exhale, full airplane, hinge forward, reach back, palms face in, palms face your hips. So you can bend into your standing knee, in this case your left knee, as much as you need. If this is really tight through the outer hip, the IT bands, the hamstrings, make this work for you. Focus on keeping your chest open, your collarbones broad, right inner thigh to the sky. Get long from big toe through the crown of your head. Last round. Inhale, high crescent lunge, make your fists. Exhale, lat pull. Inhale, five-pointed star. Exhale, horse goddess arms. Inhale, five-pointed, parallel your feet. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pause. Determine if you want your block for your twist. We'll start right hand underneath the face this time. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left arm out to a T, roll open. Couple rounds. Press the ground, press the block away. Inhale, strong heels. Exhale, release left hand under your face. Inhale, half lift first. Exhale, right arm out, roll belly, ribs, heart open. Inhale, send the hips back. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Pause in your high plank. If you need to, if you want to, you can always drop to your knees in your high plank, pull your heels towards your glutes, and then squeeze your glutes to lengthen your hip flexors forward. Pull shoulders out of ears. Take a breath in. Exhale, mid-plank chaturanga. So hug your elbows back towards your side ribs. This feels really tight through the heads of the shoulders or chest. Take your hands a little bit wider than shoulder width. See if that helps. Pause in your mid-plank. Squeeze your glutes. Pull the ribs in. Now inhale, upward facing dog. Toenails to the mat. Keep your thighs lifted as you pull your heart through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breath in. Easy breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop all the way through to a seat. We're gonna get into our core just a little bit more, and then we'll have some nice juicy playtime. So come on down to your back. Find legs up the wall. Flex your toes, point your toes. Move through plantar and dorsiflexion a few times. So pointing, flexing. You can roll the ankles. And then find stillness. Reach your arms back overhead. Your thumbs hover a few inches above the ground. Pull the front ribs in. Now lower your left heel to hover a few inches above the mat. Reach through your heels. Take an inhale. Exhale, swap out your legs. Left leg up, right heel hovers. Pull the ribs back in. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, swap your legs. Breath in. Exhale, swap. Breath in. Exhale, swap. One more. Inhale. Exhale, swap. Breath in. Exhale, swap. Listen. Pull your left leg back up in line with your right. Lift head, neck, and shoulders up. Reach your arms forward, palms face the ground. Really curl shoulder blades away from the earth. Now, inhale, lower your left heel to hover. Exhale, swap out your legs, right heel hovers. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Pull both legs up. Take a breath in. Exhale. Release knees to chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock side to side. Massage your low back. We have one more little thing. Reverse tabletop your legs. So, woo. Okay, there we go. My hips cramped. Knees over hips, calves parallel to the ground. Slide your knees a little bit forward, and then tee out your arms. Your palms can face up or down. We'll start with the right side. Take an inhale, listen. Exhale, start to drop your knees to the right, but stop. Once you're at a 45-degree angle, lean your left hips to the left. Now inhale, come to center. Exhale, drop your knees to the left. Let them hover at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, feet to the mat. Let the head of your thigh bones rest deep in the hip socket. Catch your breath. And then make your way to a tall seat. Just kidding. Make your way to downward facing dog. We have one more really short standing series, and then we have time for our arm balances. Downward facing dog. Pull the ribs in, bend the knees to tilt your tail to the sky. Leading with the inner thigh. On an inhale, lift your right heel high. Exhale, rock forward to three-legged plank. So bring shoulders forward over wrists. Right toes float just a few inches away from the ground and point your right toes towards the back of your mat. Lift your side ribs. Inhale, three-legged dog up and back. Exhale to a low lunge. Place your foot between your hands. Then toe heel your right foot out to the edge of your mat. So heel on the mat, toes probably off the mat. Hang out in lizard pose. So if you're like me, my hip flexors, the front of my hips are really tight. So I always want to bend into my left knee a lot. So to counter that, I take blocks under my hands to elevate the earth so I can really power up through my back leg. Hug your right hip in, press into the ball of your back foot, heart forward, shoulders out of ears. Start to toe heel your right foot back in towards center. So ankle aligned with knee, aligned with hip. Take a breath in. Exhale, pyramid pose. Ground your left heel to the mat. You'll need to step your left foot towards the top of your space. Straighten your right leg. Release your forehead towards your knee, towards your shin. I definitely recommend taking blocks under your hands here so you can walk those blocks forward, like forward of your mat even, and then press into your blocks to help encourage that right thigh bone press back as well. Left heel is rooted. Last round. Walk your blocks back in. Inhale, halfway lift your spine in your pyramid pose. I like to take my blocks tallest height here. Exhale to low lunge, hop your left foot back. Inhale, three-legged dog. Kick your right heel up and back. Exhale, bend your right knee, open your hips, scorpion your dog. Ooh. See that your left toes are still tracking forward. Sometimes the left heel likes to go to the left. Take an inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left heel high. Exhale, three-legged plank, rock forward, shoulders over wrists. Bring shoulders out of ears. Pull the ribs in, firm your right thigh. Inhale, three-legged dog, up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Place your foot between your hands. Toe heel your left foot out. Find your lizard pose, so hands on blocks. If you're tight like I am, back knee is lifted. All right, start to toe heel your left foot back in. Then inhale, pyramid pose. Step your right foot up, ground your right heel, straighten your left leg. Forehead releases towards your knee, towards your shin. And then walk your blocks forward off your mat. Press into your blocks to help plug that left thigh bone back. Walk your blocks back to frame your left foot. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, low lunge, hop that right foot back. Ditch the blocks, plant your palms. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick it up and back. Exhale, bend your left knee, open your hips, scorpion your dog. Inhale, squeeze heel to glutes. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, lower to hands and knees. We did it. We made it. Come forward to staff pose. So we're going to start with elephant pose or knee over shoulder pose. If you have any wrist or shoulder injuries, you're going to opt out, of these two arm balances. You can just hang out, drink some water, take a nap. We'll catch up with you in just a moment. For those of you ready for the arm balances, You'll start with elephant pose. So find staff pose, extend both legs forward, and you may want to have your blocks near your hips, close to your hips. Take a hold of the inside of your right knee, pull your right heel back, sit up tall. You can stay right here if you're like, whoo, this flexion through my right hip is really intense. This is a great place to stay. This helps prep our hips for elephant pose. If you'd like to add on, you're going to take your left leg and bring it up, your right leg. You're going to take your right leg up and over your right arm. So right leg, right arm, kind of like wearing a backpack strap. You're going to really squeeze your right calf to your upper arm bone. Plant your right hand down, left hand down next to left hip. You're going to have to lift your butt up here, just like how we did earlier in our Sun A. And then check out my spine here. Notice that I'm pretty rounded forward. This is good to start. It's going to help you engage your anterior core, the front side of your belly. Scoot your hips back a bit. Dig your heel down. Lift your knee. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift your butt. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you lift your left heel. Try and open through your chest. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then you can drop your butt as you need. If you want to do blocks under your hands, it's the same thing. You might have to place, here, let's see. Let me get into it with you before I suggest anything funky. Oh yeah, you're going to have to take that block under your right hand slightly forward of your hamstrings, maybe a little wider. Again, scoot your butt back, round forward, take an inhale. Exhale, press into your blocks, lift your glutes. Ooh, that feels good. Maybe left heel lifts too. Woo! This is pretty intense on the wrists. So give it 3 lifts. I mean, lift your butt away from the ground 3 times. No more than that because we got the other side to do. And before we go into the left side, you can take the tops of your hands down to the floor. You can take your palms down to the floor, but your fingertips face you. Open through your forearms a little bit. You can roll out your wrists. And then we'll do elephant pose on the left side. So start in staff pose. Sit up tall. If you're like, the blocks are ridiculous, don't worry about using the blocks. If you like them, awesome. Grab a hold of the inside, the medial side of your left knee. Pull your left heel back. Wrap your forearm around your shin. Sit up tall. Notice how this feels. Maybe you stay right here. Or take your left leg up and over your left arm like you have a backpack strap. I'll turn and face you so you can get the front view. Squeeze your left calf to your upper arm bone. Squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it. Left hand down in front of left hamstrings, left glute. Right hand next to right hip. Rock forward a little bit. Scoot your butt back. Take an inhale. Exhale, dig down through your right heel. Lift your butt. Maybe you stay. Maybe right foot comes up. Try and open through your chest. Woo! Come out as you need. Give it 3 tries, meaning lift your butt away from the ground 3 times. And when you're done, roll out your wrists. Stretch your palms forward. Do whatever feels good. That was a lot. Let me do a quick little time check right on. When you're done, we'll meet in a seat on our mat for our last arm balance of class, which is 8 angle. So you do have the option, actually, you'll have the option to practice elephant pose and take it into 8 angle. That's a transition. It's hard. So I'm giving you the opportunity to practice one and then the other. And then if you really want, you can combine them. So for 8 angle, we're going to start in staff pose. Sit up tall. And it's a little bit different. We're going to add a little twist. I'm totally having a brain fart on how to get into this pose. what do I like to do? Okay, I'm going to face a diagonal. I take the backpack, left leg, up and over my left arm, and then right hand next to right hip. Same setup as elephant pose, but instead you're going to cross your right ankle over your left. So remember how we did those little leg crosses and those butt lifts? This is why. Squeeze your inner thighs towards your left arm. Bring your right hand next to your right hip. Take an inhale to hinge forward, lift your chest. Exhale, press down, lift your butt, hinge your torso forward, and then hug your inner thighs to your left arm. Woo! Right elbow hugs in towards the side ribs. You can gaze slightly forward. Woo! And then fall on out. So it's the same setup as elephant pose. My apologies for the little brain fart. I forgot where I was going. So you start in staff, pull a knee back, find the backpack, squeeze calf to arm, extended ankle, crosses on top, right hand next to right hip, hug the inner thighs towards the left arm, take an inhale to look forward, hinge forward just a little bit, exhale, press down, woo, hinge forward, inner thighs to arm, right elbow bends back towards the side ribs. I'm tired. I don't know about you, but you can get into the right side by yourself. Again, start from staff pose, pull a leg back, find your backpack, and maybe you just get used to finding the backpack. This is a lot of work in itself. Otherwise, left ankle over right, inner thighs together, press down, hinge forward, look forward. Few rounds of breath. Give it 3 tries, just like we did with elephant pose. Oh, and while you're practicing, if you're like, I really want to combine elephant and 8 angle, let's see if I can do it. But I'll give you the general idea. You start in staff. I'm going to pull my left leg in, find my backpack, boop, boop, boop. Send my butt back, round my spine, dig down through the heel to lift the butt, float right leg up, and then maybe right ankle. Nope, it's not happening. Right ankle stacks on top of left, and you hinge forward into 8 angle. Lots of core control there. If your wrists are tired like mine, maybe you just explore each posture by itself, and you can practice that transition after our time together since you're nice and warm. Finish up your last round of 8 angle. We're actually going to meet kneeling on our knees. Take a blanket underneath. We're going to be here for a while. And you can curl your toes, tops of the feet to the earth. Actually, sit on your heels for a moment. I lied. I got ahead of myself. Interlace your fingers at your low back. Rest your thumbs on your sacrum. And then punch your fists back. Oh. Feel your shoulder blades work towards the spine. And pull your ears back and away from chest. If you want to take this stretch more into the heads of the shoulders, you can return your thumbs to your sacrum and just squeeze your elbows in. Breath in. Exhale, release. Now come to stand on your shins. You can curl the toes under or toenails to the earth. Take your hands to your hamstrings. Firm your glutes. Pull your low belly in. Shoulders out of ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, lean back. So one long straight line. Strong glutes, heart open. Take a breath in. Exhale, press through your feet to come forward. Whew. Couple more. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, press to come forward. Inhale, lean back, strong glutes. Exhale, come forward. One more. Inhale, lean back. Exhale, come forward. Come on down. Take the blanket out from under your knees and come into Sphinx pose. Forearms to the earth, toenails to the earth as you lift your chest. Move your heart forward and up away from the hips. You can stay right here if this is enough front side body opening for you. Otherwise, you have the option to take it into half frog. We'll start on the right side. So splay your left forearm in at a diagonal just a little bit. Bend your right knee and then reach your right arm back. You want to wrap your wrist or your forearm around the top of your right foot and pull your heel in towards your glute as you square your chest towards the top of your space. So really deep chest opener, really deep hip flexor and quad opener. Keep your left foot strong, left forearm strong. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently, gently, gently release. Return to Sphinx. Splay your right forearm in. Bend your left knee. Take left arm back and wrap your left forearm, left wrist around the top of your foot. Try and square your chest forward as you pull your heel in. Strong right forearm, strong right foot. Breath in. Exhale, gently release. Come back to Sphinx. Inhale. Exhale, release your forehead to the mat. Bring your heels to your glutes. Capture your ankles or the edges of your feet. Take an inhale. Exhale, floor bow, Dhanurasana. Lift your knees, lift your shoulders. Gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale, release. Ooh. Flip yourself onto your back. Like you're a little pancake. And come into supine figure 4. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex your right toes towards your knee. You can stay here or take your right hand between your inner thighs. You can interlace all 10 fingers around your left hamstrings, pull in, or fingers around left shin, then pull in. Collect your breath. Inhale. Exhale, release both feet to the mat. And then come into your left side of figure 4. Left ankle clears right thigh bone. You know your options. The side may feel different, so adjust as needed. I think I say this pretty much in every class. What you do on one side doesn't mean it's going to happen on the other side. So you can always find different layers, variations to modify or amplify a pose as needed. We are wildly asymmetrical beings. Take an inhale. Exhale, release both feet to the mat. Inhale, pull both knees into your chest. Come into full wind removing pose. So wrap your forearms around your shins. Pull your knees into your torso again. The head of your thigh bone, your femurs sit deep in the hip sockets. Press the back of your sacrum, press your sacrum, it is the back, into the earth. Shoulder blades into the earth. Breath in. Exhale, Shavasana, corpse pose, flop open wide. Take up space. Get all the wiggles out. Give yourself the permission to rest, to be in your body by staying connected to your breath. And I'll lead you out when it's time. Before moving, consider if you have the gift of time to rest longer. If so, please do tune me out, put me on mute, do whatever you need to do to continue your rest. If you're ready to move forward, start by deepening your breath. And then wiggle your fingers, toes. Open and close your mouth, lick your lips, swallow. Roll your wrists, ankles. Gently rock your head side to side. And then take a full body stretch. Get nice and big, nice and long. And come into the fetal position. Use your biceps as a pillow to support your neck. And then make your way to a tall seat. Rest your hands wherever is most comfortable upon arrival. We'll take one more breath together. Exhale wherever you are. Inhale. Pause. Sip in, sit up taller. Easy open mouth exhale. Bow forward to seal in your practice and honor yourself. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your trust. Thank you for sharing your practice. Thank you so much. Again, happy day, whatever you are tuning in. My name is Rachel. This is a 75-minute power-ish flow. Hopefully your inner thighs, your adductors, your hip flexors all feel really open, really strong. I hope you enjoyed elephant pose and eight angle as much as I do. And if you don't, that's cool. You don't have to be in love with every single yoga pose. We definitely all gravitate towards different postures, but I do find that it's important to at least experiment and try them on. You might surprise yourself. If something felt good, felt weird, felt bad, or it didn't make sense, or it made total sense, leave a comment, say hi. I'd love to hear back from you. Be sure to like, and subscribe to my channel and then share it with your friends. I am so stoked to offer some free yoga classes. With that, stay hydrated, eat well, sleep well, all the good stuff, and I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.